Stirring your soul for massive success from Seychelles to the world. This is the Well of Inspiration podcast with your host, Wellington.
It's a beautiful day and welcome to the Well of Inspiration podcast. This is episode number 5. My name is Wellington and I'd like to thank you for taking your time to listen to this podcast. We are coming to you from the beautiful islands of Seychelles, and my friend, if you haven't been to this place, I'm inviting you. This is just about one of the best holiday destinations that you can think of. Now, with this podcast, my commitment to you is to introduce you to information, ideas, and strategies that can help you and challenge you to think about your life a little bit deeper and to do the things that help you to take your life, your career, your business, your finances, and even your relationships to the next level of success. Now, we all want to be happy, and there are countless ideas about what happiness is and how we can get some. On the internet and in bookstores, thousands of gurus tout different remedies for finding happiness. And we are living in a world that is constantly painted by outward success stories and outward demonstrations of happiness. Pictures of loved ones traveling places, little videos, people having wonderful times, or pictures of the latest cars, and people are living life. When you look around, sometimes you can't help but envy the perfect lives that some people seem to be living. It would seem like possessions, money, experiences, good looks, fashion, and all these wonderful things must be the true source of happiness. Or is it the substances that people tend to indulge in? When some people want to enter, these euphoric states of happiness, they turn to drugs and alcohol. But do these things really bring happiness? As I was thinking about happiness, I came across a study by the world-famous Harvard University where they tracked a group of people over a period of more than 75 years to discover the clues as to what leads to happy and healthy lives. And we're going to talk about this study when we come back, because in the meantime, we're going to catch up a little bit on the Seychelles. As per my promise, I always want to shed a bit more light on this beautiful island, which is an amazing holiday destination where our studios are based. And today, let's talk about how you can get around the islands. The easiest and cheapest way to get around is to take on one of our round the island bus trips, which costs barely $1. So with $1, you can literally go around the island without any extra cost. The bus can take you anywhere you want to go inland, and this is on the islands of Prale and Ladig, which are the two main inhabited islands. And on the island of Ladig, which is the smaller of the 3 inhabited islands, the country has decided to keep this island mostly unmotorized. So your only way around that island is to cycle. There may be 1 or 2 taxis, but it's much easier to hire a bicycle and just get around. And to travel from one island to the other, there is a ferry which carries people between the islands, and the ferry is relatively affordable as well. And it's a high-speed ferry. It doesn't take you more than an hour to move from the big island of Mahe onto the smaller island of Prale, and then it's less than 30 minutes to get from Prale to Ladig. And you also have the option of taking the plane. We've got a 15-minute flight between the main island of Mahe and Prale. But if you do want to go maybe on an excursion or to enjoy what we call our island hopping experience, there are private boat charters that can take you around the islands as well. In the capital city of Victoria, it's walkable distance everywhere, so you can easily find your way around. And if you do get lost, you can feel free to ask for directions from anyone. People are generally very friendly and very helpful, so you can literally stop anybody and ask for directions. So that's about the Seychelles for today. Let's get back into our theme for today, the theme of happiness. So in this episode, we're looking at what it takes to be healthy and happy, and I'm making reference to the Harvard Grand Study on happiness. Now, despite the many things we might think of, Harvard found that true happiness is found in relationships, close relationships. It seems that close relationships, more than money or fame, are what would keep people happy throughout their lives. And apparently, good relationships don't just protect our bodies, they also protect our brains. So our mental health benefits from our investment in deep and meaningful relationships. And interestingly, the most important relationships of all is the relationship you have with your spouse or your significant other. It turns out that there's a direct positive correlation between marital satisfaction and happiness, between your lifetime relationship quality and your well-being. Because together you encounter moment-to-moment experiences of happiness that translate into an overall well-being that is much better than people who live in relationships where they're constantly bickering and there's so much anger and animosity in the relationship. I found this very interesting. Now, the research found that people who had happy marriages in their 80s reported that their moods didn't suffer even on the days when they had more physical pain. Now, friends, it is easy to get caught up in the daily hustle and bustle and the daily grind of trying to put food on the table. But if you focus on that, you will get isolated from your relationships with people. So let me remind you that loneliness as you grow older will affect your happiness much more than the size of your bank account. So make time to nurture relationships with real people. At the end of the day, the real key to happiness is really relationships. The depth and meaning of relationships in our lives is what defines how happy we live our life and how happy we live even as we grow older. I guess when all is said and done, happiness is just love. I hope that this podcast has been valuable to you. My intention with this is to serve you, to give you value, to encourage, inspire, and challenge you to think deeply about the things that matter in your life. Please feel free to share this podcast with as many people as possible within your network, and do subscribe to the podcast, because every week I'll be bringing to you a new episode, and I promise to give you only the best information that can help you to live your best life. And please do get in touch with me. My email address is info@wellofinspiration.com, or you can hit me up on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is +248 2562 011, or you can head over to our website wellofinspiration.com, and we will be happy to have a conversation with you. Thank you for listening in today. Episode number 5 is done. God bless you, and catch you next week.
You've been listening to the Well of Inspiration podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any episodes. For more information, visit our website, www.wellofinspiration.com, or email us directly, info@wellofinspiration.com. You can also contact us on the WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 2482562 Until next time, live your life with passion. From Seychelles to the world, this is the Well of Inspiration podcast.